Making $20 an hour will get you a maybe okay quality of living, depending on where you stay in America, where you stay in your city, how many people live with you, how their jobs pay is. Because the quality of life, and with money and the terrible prices with everything, you won't be able to buy too much. And you can be happy, but your quality of life is not going to be the same. Then with insurance raising, with different things that are pulling on your money, pulling on your attention and your money, getting $20 or $30 an hour, it's great in America's standards. But that's light raised when a company can be making 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, $100 million profit off of all of these people's great work. But they're feeding you with a little fishing net. Oh, you want it? No, you're not gonna eat, just like that little commercial. It's like, it's real. They're really teasing you with money. So, but when you go on your own, yes, there's risk, and everybody doesn't have this mentality, or everybody doesn't have to have this mentality. But I'm inspired by the likes of Damon Dash, the Dame Dash, Gary Vaynerchuk, Charlemagne the God. I'm fans of people who, no matter how much they fail, they're going to keep going for theirs. They want theirs. It's like, I don't want yours and you. I can't have yours and have all of what I want, because you're controlling what's yours is yours. So I want to have my own, so that I can fully dictate where everything that I'm investing and getting is going to where I feel it needs to go. I want to control that part of my life. I want to control my life. I don't want my life controlled or dictated in any form. I want to be able to say, if I reject something, it's because I reject it. I know it's wrong. If I'm in this situation, it's because I put myself in that situation. I'm not going to be stuck in a situation or a surrounding where somebody else has control over the whole situation, and I'm just there because I'm collecting a check from them. I want it to be where, oh, if I'm working with you and we happen to be making money together, okay, cool, but we're going to have a great relationship. So every relationship I'm in is going to be either a good one or a very manageable one. Because the bigger you get up, you're going to have more and more people where you don't have that like intimate connection, and there could be problems just off of that's nature, but you don't have to deal with it immediately. I'm going to make sure if there's a major problem with somebody, I don't have to be around them, because my life isn't dictated by anything around that. If there's something going wrong, I don't have to be around you. That's how I want to live my life. And not saying that I have beef with anybody or I don't get along with people. It's just that not everybody's there for you. Not everybody is meant to be with your plans. Not everybody is meant to understand where you're coming from, and that's perfectly fine. Those are just people that you respect, and you agree to disagree, and you go on with your own lives. I want to be able to have control over who I can dictate with that in my life. I don't want people who aren't meant to be in my life stuck in my life. And when you leave yourself open to situations that you have no control over, that type of stuff happens. If you work at a job where your boss is in control and like everything you're doing, and it's a situation with other employees and they're affecting you, you're stuck, or you have to go through this huge mission to get things either fixed or them out of your life. Why? Because you have to go to that job because they've been paying you and you can't go anywhere else after that, or it's going to be hard. You don't want to go through the process of finding another job, but then you're miserable because every day when you go to work, you have to deal with that person that you can't get along with and you can't stand. It's mind. It drains your mind because you're exhausted, because every day and all day you're trying to get that person out of your mental space, or they're bugging you, but you can't because they happen to be your manager. So when that happens in your life, you're stuck because you have to collect the check. You have to deal with it. But just like you have to deal with that, you have to deal with the stress at home because you're already stressed from work. Then you have to deal with things getting out of hand at home if you're not on top of it because you're depressed or your energy is down from earlier in the day. So that cycle is all determined, and not consciously determined, but that whole cycle has been dictated by somebody who is going for their dreams and making a lot of money, and they don't have to deal with those type of problems. But they're living their dreams. They're not intentionally doing this to you, but they live their dreams and they're doing what they want, but they're making more than you, and they have more power over you or your life and your situations without it even being intentional. This isn't a point the fingers type of thing. This is a reality. This is what happens. This is just the nature of money and having more money and capitalism, that's just the nature of it. It may not be the best, it may not be the worst, but it's just a part of it. So when this happens and I realize this, it's like, I don't take any of that type of stuff personal. That's just the type of person they are. That's just the type of world we live in. What I do is say, hey, I'm not going to let you stomp on me. I'm not going to let you take my money, and I'm not going to live in this type of society or that type of world. I don't have to. I want to go after my dreams and make whatever amount of money I want to make. So that's what I do. My mentality is I'm a go-getter. I'm going to go get whatever I want or whatever I think is mine and deserve. I work my ass off to get it. Nothing was given to me. I take everything that I want, and not I take and you lose. No, I take what opportunity is out there for me to be involved with. Nobody's getting anything taken away from them. If I win and I know you, we're all win. If I have $5, you have $5. I may have to spend that $5 to invest and try to get more money so we have more, but what I make is what you make. And if by what I make is what you make, it may not even have to be money. It's what I make, you get the opportunity to make the same thing. I'm not one to just give money, even if you need money, give money. Sometimes it's better to allow the horse to learn how to eat. I can't just feed, or I can't just be fed, because I wasn't fed like that. But I can't just flip around and feed. And it's like, oh, because it's gonna be the habit of I have to keep feeding, because what else are you gonna do except just take if it's given? That makes perfect sense. If somebody's just gonna keep giving you, hey, and just keep giving it or receiving it. But that's the problem of the giver, not the taker. It's not the problem of the taker to keep taking. It's the problem of the giver to allow themselves to keep giving. So what I want to give to the world and what I want to give to family and friends is not so much, oh, here's a $10,000 check, here's a $30,000 check, oh, here's a house. No, here's an opportunity for you to work your ass off, put yourself on a platform or put yourself in associations with so many different, very talented and highly skilled people and creative people, and get your vision out there. And guess what? You have my support. That's one of the biggest things any person can have from me. It's not my money, not the opportunities, but my support. So I'm going to be there for you no matter what. That's the type of person that I want to be. That's the type of people I want to have around me, and that's to give to the world. It's like, you can't have everything that I have. This doesn't work that way. I can't have everything you will have or somebody else will have. It's not mine to have. But whatever is mine to have, I want to share with people. So whatever I get and whatever I take or whatever I have, I want to share it with people. And knowledge is the best thing you can share. Knowledge is power. I have the knowledge tattooed on me. Like, knowledge is everything. It even falls back to the education system, where if it's a terrible education system, kids, they're not learning. They're not getting that knowledge. The only wisdom they're getting is from the negative, which could help you in the long run. If you step out of it and you get out of it to the positive, that negative experience helps you live a way better positive life. But most kids and most people don't get that opportunity. And when that's all predetermined because of education, just like the money and your living situation is controlled by another source, not in a negative way, not in a crazy spirit type of way, and not even crazy. Spirits aren't crazy. It's because I believe I'm a very spiritual guy, but in a way where somebody makes more money than you, they're the boss. They get to determine how your quality of life is as far as monetary, as far as in this world how you're gonna survive. And it's the same way.